All right. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You guys are here with me. That is Ekua Ahima, founder of the AfroDomme Network Academy magazine, of course. Today's live chat is going to be an interesting one. I'm not going to lie. So as today's title suggests, we are going to be talking about gear, how to find professional quality gear for yourself as a new Dom, as a Dom who's been in the industry for a while. And then very briefly, we are going to talk about some safety aspects. So today's conversation is certainly not one that I've seen, kind of held in a public space like this, like TikTok. But this is definitely going to be some really pertinent information. So make sure that you stick around, share today's live chat with a friend, share it in the group chats, right? If you have any specific questions about financial domination, about professional domination, I am absolutely here to answer those questions briefly as well. If you would like a more detailed explanation or answer, or even just an opportunity to work with me one-to-one to get more solidified questions, feedback, clarity on where you are in your journey and how to, launch, rebrand, scale yourself, etc. You can always do that by booking a consultation with me in the schmink in my profile. So all of that stuff is here for you. And again, today we are going to be talking about specifically how to find professional quality gear as a pro dom, whether you are new, whether you are reinvesting into yourself, whether you're a continued dom. I have some really interesting stuff to show you from my personal brand, Lux Legacy Boutique. For those of you who are new to my page, new to my channel, like I said, my name is Ekua Ahima. I've been a financial dominatrix since 2017. And as a financial dominatrix, I've been able to not only scale myself to six figures and start multiple businesses, one of them being Lux Legacy Boutique, where I am here today, but I've also been able to help over 5,000 other Black women to date do exactly the same, launching, rebranding, scaling themselves in financial domination, and using, essentially, for those of you who are completely new to fandom, completely new to the industry, essentially teaching Black women how to utilize other people's money, specifically men, and the relationships that you have with men to your benefit. So we're not, I'm not that kind of like go out there, find a man, get married kind of girl. I'm not a pick me femininity coach that's going to, have you come up on live so that I can humiliate you about the way that your makeup looks or your outfit looks for clout on TikTok, even though my makeup looks a hot mess, right? That is shade, because I know you guys know the influencers and stuff like that I talk about, or that I am talking about. But like I said, as a professional dominatrix myself, I teach Black women how to utilize the relationships that they have with men of all races, of all ages, of all colors, to their advantage through financial domination. By definition, financial domination, for those of you who need it, is the dom sub act of exchanging power through monetary gifts. So today we're going to focus again on how to find high quality gear, and I'm going to actually be showcasing one of our newest additions as far as inventory for my business, Lux Legacy Boutique, because it is pertinent to you guys in the dom world. One of the reasons I started this boutique was, of course, to sell luxury hair extensions, but I've always, had a boutique. I've always had this kind of business idea. For those of you who have been following me for multiple years on all of the multiple social medias that I have, Thank you. Those of you who have been following me since then will remember that I've had a boutique, the Botanica Boutique, over on Instagram, and that back then I was doing handcrafted bath and body products, handcrafted candles, handcrafted hoodoo specific or manifestation candles, as well as crystals and teas and home decor. So kind of combining the best of both worlds and returning to that business plan, so to speak. It has always been my dream to own a storefront, to own a commercial property, and have a physical brick and mortar space as a businesswoman. So through financial domination, I've been able to acquire said property. And over the last several years, we have just been taking our experiences and the money that I make traveling and the money that I make through financial domination to reinvest it into myself and again start this business. So this is the kind of stuff that I do, and the reason that I come here to you guys to show it off, to talk about it, isn't to just promote myself, but really to show you as a Black woman what is truly possible in this industry, what is truly possible in financial domination, because a lot of the information that you guys see online doesn't really give you this side of the story. They give a materialistic shoes, purses, parties, travel kind of thing, which is fine because I love to travel, I love to party, I love to shop. However, I'm a grown ass woman and I'm business savvy and I'm smart and I'm a woman with a degree. It is a flex. And I know that as an educated woman and as a beautiful woman, I can use financial domination to truly create generational wealth for myself. I can do a lot more than just party, travel, buy designer this, designer that. That's And hello from England, Alabama, South Carolina. We got a couple people in South Carolina, Oklahoma, Texas again, couple folks in Texas, okay, H-Town. What kind of content do you recommend to start with? So as a professionally trained filmmaker and photographer, I do teach you guys the skills on professional filmmaking and photography so that you can master marketing, you can master content creation, but I'm not the type of person to teach you what to do, what to say. I believe that produces this very cookie cutter kind of aesthetic that we have already seen an oversaturated amount of in the industry, and it doesn't actually give you the skills. Like I said, it doesn't give you the skills to learn how to actually master a transferable, valuable skill like professional filmmaking and photography and financial domination, because creating content is absolutely going to be one of the most profitable ways to make money in our industry. But if I teach you this is what you should do, this is what you should say, like I know a lot of other coaches do. I know they sell scripts on Etsy. I know they tell you don't worry about figuring it out. I'll do everything for you. Just buy this, buy that. But what you guys don't realize is that person isn't, because I'm a teacher, because I understand psychology, because I understand the psychology of marketing, because I'm the largest organization for findom in this community. I've seen the scams, I've seen the drama, I've seen the this, I've seen the that. What you guys don't know is that when someone says, hey, don't worry about figuring out what kind of content to post or how to write a script or how to create content or how to learn filmmaking. Just buy this thing from me and I'll do it for you. I'll think for you. I'll figure it out for you. They're not actually doing you a favor. What they're actually doing is ensuring that you will be a customer for the rest of your life. What they're actually doing is ensuring that you continue to line their pockets with poorly written scripts that they've created using ChatGPT or whatever bullshit that they've pulled out of their ass so that they can take advantage of the fact that you are new and you are desperate for the information. Now, desperate and coming from a place of desperation, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but again, I've seen it. I've seen the scams. I've seen how other people who call themselves educators in this industry move, and it doesn't benefit my students or my community. One of the reasons why I can say that is because a vast majority of my students, out of the 5,000 that I've worked with over the last several years, a vast majority of them actually find me after spending a lot of time with other clubs, organizations, and sororities specifically, and they all mentioned the same thing. They told me to rely on purchasing scripts from them, or that they fed me information, and I still, after all of this time, one, haven't made any money, and two, don't know the skill for myself. So it doesn't benefit me to teach you or tell you what to do and what to say. And again, just to be honest with you, because I am a dom myself, right? I'm not just someone who hops on TikTok and pretends to be a findom coach. You can Google my name. You can follow me on Twitter. You can look at my social medias across the internet and see that I actually do what I say that I do. I don't have the time to teach you guys what to do and what to say. What I do have the time is, though, to give you the skills so that you can go in the corner and figure it out by yourself. And then when you have some questions, you can come back to me. But I can't write a script for you. I'm not going to teach you guys what to say, how to dress, how to look. I'm going to teach you guys how to think for yourself and find that answer on your own. Okay, I know for a fact that that's going to make it more challenging. I know for a fact that that's going to make it more stressful. And I know for a fact that that's going to intimidate some people, because it's like, well, damn, everybody else that I've come across is making it seem like this is a get rich quick. And you talking about you finna give me homework and make me answer all of these difficult questions. This is the information that you need. That get rich quick mentality doesn't work. This is a business. Businesses need to be ran legally, legitimately, and as you may know, if you haven't already found out, being a sex worker isn't easy or fast or quick. And if it was, more people would be doing it, but they not. And it's not always because of their moral values and beliefs, but because they tried it and they realized, oh, nobody actually wants to see my feet and my boobs and my butt. And I'm posting it and I'm not liking it, because just posting it isn't going to get you paid. So moving on, we got some folks tuning in from Alabama, England. I already seen you guys. Already seen you guys for sure. I am manifesting to take your classes. Yeah, for sure. If you guys are ready to sign up, you can take classes with us at any time. All of this information is available for you with a more structured environment instead of just a random TikTok live, right? You will have access to all of the classes and course information that we've put out since 2019. As well as several of the textbooks that I've written specifically for this industry as well. Now, all of that is available under one price point. While we're on the name of it, you have to become a member of our community to join. And of course, you must be 21 and over and a Black woman. But all of that information is available under one price, and it's just $29.99. If you guys wanted to lock in, just being honest, if you guys wanted to lock in that $29.99 tuition until 2026, this month is going to be the last month for you to join us. As again, we've said it for a while, our organization is in the process of closing ranks like we always do. We don't typically take rolling applications every single week, every single day. We open our doors to the public for a short amount of time, and then of course we close them and people are waitlisted. Right now our waitlist does extend to 2027. So this month will be the last month that you will have to lock in with us at $29.99. And again, depending on how many enrollees that we get over the next several weeks, we will keep this price till 2026. Otherwise, we've already let the community know to expect a significant increase starting January 1st. So if $29.99 is a challenge for you, I certainly do understand. Do your best to, make it work for you to get access to information, because the information is available at a discount. Okay, our courses, our classes are never this cheap. $29.99 is the discount, sweetheart. Our classes are usually $95, $200, $300, maybe even upwards of $500. But the real value of the class, if you are asking, is over $3,000. So you're getting about $3,000 worth of information for $30 a month. That is more than a reasonable price point. And you have till the end of this month to go ahead and lock in with us using the link in my bio, so that everybody collectively can, lock in that same low cost tuition price for another year. Otherwise, it will be going up times 2. All right. So let me know. Yes, after this month, starting January 1st, the price will not only go up times 2, the wait list will also be pushed to 2027. So after this month, it will be more expensive and you'll have to sign up for the wait list, which means you could possibly be waiting to join us at that increased cost in 2027. So now's the last opportunity for you to, again, ask your boyfriend, ask that cheap sub that's only sending you $40, do some Instacart, do some DoorDash, move some money around, get it out the mud, get it how you live, but find a way to get yourself $30 so that you can invest in yourself and lock that price in for the rest of 2026. Otherwise, like I said, if you miss it, again, we've been saying this for a while, so it's not like I'm apologizing. A business is a business. I got people I need to pay, and that's just how businesses work. So, after December 31st, starting January 1st, crack of dawn, when you wake up, wiping the coal out your eyes, the price will be more than double. And if you cannot get in at that time, you may be placed on the wait list till 2027. So, trust me, you do not want to be on that wait list. We have a lot of good stuff planned for 2026. Of course, as you guys can already tell, here with the AfroDomme Pay platform, specifically, a few of you may have been following me for a while. We unveiled a few months ago that our project for 2026 is to create the release, I should say, the AfroDomme Pay and the AfroDomme Chat hotline. So similar to how you guys process your payments and collect payments as a professional Dom, similar to how you guys offer per minute chat lines and text message services as a pro Dom. You will be able to do so using the AfroDomme Pay and AfroDomme Chat platform specifically, where as an industry standard, your submissive, in order to unlock your telephone number, your submissive has to send more than $1,000 to you, and then otherwise you can use the AfroDomme Pay platform as your cash back and charge fraud protected payment processor. So you no need to use Cash App, no need to use PayPal and all that other stuff and risk losing your accounts, because those payment processors aren't adult friendly. With the AfroDomme Pay platform, you will have a protected, legally protected and chargeback proof payment method for you to collect tributes from your sub on a daily basis. So that's what we're working on 2026. That's what we are releasing in 2026. And that's, again, why you want to lock in now before the end of the year. Because if you get put on that wait list, you won't be able to join AfroDomme Pay or AfroDomme Chat until 2027, possibly 2028. So unless you want to wait the next 2 years to make some money, now's the time to definitely lock in. And like I said, you guys have till the end of this month to do so at the link in my bio for just $29.99, $30 one time every 30 days, right? You are getting a more than generous offer because our course is absolutely worth over $3,000. Okay. All right. So I want to get to the gear. I want to talk about how to find high quality kink gear as a pro Dom. Are you guys ready to talk about it? Let me know in the comments. Give me some energy. Give me some yeses. Give me some demon eyes. Give me something. Give me something. Give me an eggplant. Give me something. I am ready to show you this very exciting toy as a part of our I can't speak today. It's a part of our inventory with Luxe Legacy Boutique. I am ready. So we got some yeses in the comments. Not enough yeses, though. Not enough yeses. I need some more yeses. Are you ready to see it or not? Okay. This one is going to be quite shocking. Okay, so we got some yeses in the chat, yeses in the chat, yeses in the chat. So for those of you, whether you are new as a Dom, you're new to the industry, this consent, it needs to be enthusiastic. Okay, yes, please. Those of you who are new to the industry, new to financial domination, one thing I find that all my Dom friends, all my Dom students love is impact play. Okay, now we're gonna try our best to keep the live PG-13. Impact play. Okay, go ahead and write it down. Thank you for the hearts. Go ahead and write it down. Google it. Impact play. And one thing I love about impact play as a pro Dom is that it not only is a power move, but it is something that you can use to stimulate the senses and really dominate your subject. So you can go super hardcore. Some people go super light. Some people have a fine medium, right? And they use specific toys to do this. Now, before we get into it, I do have to say, when it comes to impact play, this is just a quick lesson. If you want specific information on the do's and don'ts of impact play, there is an entire section in our course with photo examples based on a human body of all of the safe and no-no spots for impact play. You want to stay on the booty, but you don't want to get up here to the back where your kidneys or spleen is. You can use the middle of the back, over here on the sides and the shoulders. But depending on what you're doing, you don't want to hit the spine, right? You never want to hit somebody in the head. You never want to hit somebody in the chest. You never want to hit somebody right here where the pancreas, appendices, and agendices, and all of the other stuff. You don't want to do that, okay? So booty, thigh, Okay, that's it. And then for a very detailed explanation, a very detailed walkthrough, like I said, this information there's a whole section about it in our class. So when it comes to impact play, you want to be really careful. Some people like a lot of pain. Some people like a light tap. Some people, depending on how old your submissive is, say for example, if he has an implant, I know some old people get like their hips done, or they get a little piece of metal in their spine because they got that shamar shit. They got that scoliosis and they need a little bit of metal in their back. That was really ignorant of me, but you get the point. That was really ignorant of me to say that. I just realized. But you get what I'm saying. Y'all be making fun of Shamar, so don't chill on me for making fun of him too, because y'all be making fun of him. Y'all be making fun of him. Y'all be like, throwing that hip out. Anywho, some people got that shit that he got, and they got like a little metal plate in their back, or they have like the little nails and stuff like that in their back. They have metal in their body. So again, for something like this that we're going to talk about, you want to know that up front, because you would not be able to use what I'm about to show you on that kind of person. So when you're first getting started as a dom and you're meeting your subs, and I'm talking to you guys about a lot of this stuff in my internal groups, because I recognize some of y'all in the chat. When you first meet a sub, you want to ask a lot of questions. Are you married? Do you have kids? How old are you? What do you do for a living? If you don't have kids, why? If you're not married, what's wrong with you? There ain't nobody wanting to marry you. If you were married and you got divorced, what's wrong with you that your wife wanted to leave you? Do you have pre-existing medical conditions? Hypertension, high blood pressure, a learning disability, a metal hip, some metal in your back. You want to know as much information as possible. Now, are you probably going to get all of this information up front in the first conversation? Maybe, maybe not. But again, you want to, as you get to know this sub, ask these kinds of important questions, because it's going to make a big difference on the level of relationship that you have, how well you're able to control and manipulate this person and dominate this person, especially if they are significantly older than you. If you just know surface level information about a man that's older than you, you really don't have the proper hold on him, right? I am 28. So my submissives are old as fuck. They are 60, they are 70, some of them are even 85 years old. I would not be able to have really a control, a mental, psychological control on a man that's 60 plus years older than me if I didn't know everything about that motherfucker from front to back, so that I can exploit that in my favor. If you just know surface level information about this man, he could be lying to you. He could tell you that his name is Joe when his name is really Steve, right? And you think you know everything about this sub and you don't know shit. And he's like, that young dom, she don't know shit. She just impressed about my money. But when you ask the right questions and you can tell that the genuine ones are going to be willing to give you this information, you'll be able to get a lot out of them. One of the most important things, like I said, for medical reasons is, do you have hypertension, a metal plate, or some type of metal or medical device, heart, what the shit, the fucking heart pump in your chest, or the little cochlear shit, or however you pronounce it, where the shit be in your head so that you can put the thing in your ear and you can hear, right? You need to know all of that. You need to know if he got diabetes. You need to know if he got gout, he got thyroid issues, because sometimes when it comes to BDSM, especially with impact play, for those of you who are into Chinese medicine and stuff like that, I'm not an expert, but for those of you who are into Chinese medicine, acupuncture, there are certain spots on the body that if you hit them with enough pressure could affect a specific organ. So for example, the very basic, if your sinuses are clogged, using acupuncture, people say like press right here along the cheekbone, along the side of the nose. If you are nasally congested, and doing this, just a light tap will probably help open up that blockage. So with me just doing a light tap like this on my face, and I'm able to trigger my sinus tract and drain my sinuses, I'm doing it right now and I can feel it happening even though my nose isn't clogged. The same thing goes for when you're doing impact play on a submissive, and there are, like I said earlier, certain parts on the body that you do not want to hit. You don't want to be up here. You don't want to be down the middle in the spine. Not too much of the top of the butt either. Right here at the cheeks, you can look at my butt. It look good, I know. But right here at the cheeks and then down to the thighs. Right here. Not over here. Not over here. Not right here. Unless you like it. Not up here, especially if it's a woman. Right? And especially if you have a female sub, you would want to know if she has an IUD. Never on the stomach. Not really on the boobs either, because you don't want to get on the heart. Not so much on the arms or elbow, but you can do right here on the back. But you want to do that sparingly. You want to keep it on the butt and down the thighs. So this is important to know because as it relates to not only from an acupuncture kind of standpoint, hitting certain organs kind of standpoint, as far as bruising, if you are someone who doesn't mind causing pain, you're a little bit more of a sadistic gal like myself, I don't mind bruising my subs, but I know how to do it in a safe way so that even when they are bruised, especially if they're white, it will be black and blue and purple. And if you are not careful and you're not intentionally trying to cause that level of pain or that level of damage, so to speak, that will scare the fuck out of you as you literally sit there and watch this white sub, especially when they have fairer skin. It still happens on a black guy, but it's not as scary because like the drastic colors, you can't really see that like on dark skinned men. You can still see it, but like on a white guy with this like now all of a sudden like super red, blue, purple bruise, it'll be really, really obvious. And if you're not intentionally trying to create that effect, it will scare the fuck out of you. Let me just say that for the least. So you have to be able to know what you're doing and when to stop. Know your limits, especially if you've always been told that you're very heavy-handed. When you get a good swing in your hand, right, it'll hit that crack, crack, pop, pop. You be tearing that ass up, okay? So you want to be careful and intentional about everything that you're doing, especially during something like impact play, because you don't want to bruise someone. And if you do cause a bruise, it's nothing wrong with that, but you want to make sure that you are monitoring your sub over the next several days after that session to make sure that the bruise is healing properly, to make sure that it's not blistering, the skin itself isn't broken, it's just a little bit of discoloring from, again, the hit itself. Usually, depending on the person, some people bruise a little bit more easier than others. 5 to 10 days for it to truly like heal, recover, disappear on its own. And then again, you want to do it in the right spots because you don't want to be in a position where you hit somebody, you know, and they are, let's say, for example, a professional person and they have to go to work the next day with a fat ass bruise on their face that looks like domestic violence, but it wasn't. You don't want to put that person in that kind of circumstances. So anywho, that's just my little spiel deal quill on impact play safety. Just a quick dry run, no lube, no condom through it. If you're looking for more structured information, like I said, there is a whole section of our curriculum that goes into safety practices, the do's and don'ts, and a very detailed diagram with the specific organs that it targets and the specific zones and this, that, and the third, and some textbook and some homework and all that stuff. So that being said, I want to show you, let me put it back in the box so it's fancy. I want to show you Art Baby. Introducing. So for those of you who are new to impact play, I don't suggest going out and getting a heavy duty flogger or a heavy duty paddle just yet. If you're crafty like me and you've made your own paddle, so be it. But I know for a fact that with the paddle that I'm making, I'm going to pull it off the wall in a second to show you the difference in comparison to this and that one. But if you're someone who uses a paddle, for instance, depending on how the paddle is made, if it's made with resin, if it's made with wood, it can have a much heavier swing. And I've created that paddle specifically for that. But again, I'm a professional. So this right here that I'm going to be showing you today is our electric cane. Yes, ma'am. Electric. I did say it would be zit, zit, zit. Shocking. So this is the electric whip by Luxe Legacy Boutique. When you are shopping on that page, because it's not, you know, my TikTok shop isn't connected to this account right here. It's connected to my other page, Luxe Legacy Boutique. All one word, no underscores or spaces. It will be labeled as an equestrian riding crop. Okay, for you to train your horses. Period. Okay, so let me show you the difference between this one and this one. Pull my baby off the wall. So I have this on my wall in here in my boutique as a decorative piece, but this is a handcrafted paddle that I made a few years ago. It uses real dried yellow and pink rose petals that I just kind of had on my table, and once they dried I decided to keep them. But this is genuine dried yellow and pink rose petals, olive burl wood, silver flakes, and resin. 100% handcrafted. Let me kind of show you, get a little up close. So you see, as you can see, it's very thick, like a tip of the finger kind of thickness, just about. And it's got a very solid weight to it. This is a one of a kind piece. Of course, like I said, you're not going to find this literally anywhere else because I'm like the creator of it. I'm the only person that has it, owns it. But this is a really heavy piece. It makes a loud thud. Let me see. Really heavy piece, makes a loud thud. And it will pack a punch. Now I'm going to bang it on the table just for effect. Well, I'm going to tap it on the table. Versus, it could fuck you up. Okay, I'm just saying. Something like this would be considered a heavy duty paddle, you guys. Coming back in just a second. Something like that would be considered a heavy duty paddle piece, and you do not want to use that as a new dom. The swing on it is incredible. It has, it's probably about 3 pounds. It's about 3 pounds. Got a good weight to it, a good heavy handle in your hand, and the swing, because of the fact that I'm heavy-handed and the fact that it is also 3 pounds itself, bow, it's going to cause a bruise on that first swing for sure. But I wanted to do that. If you're new to that, that might seem a little intimidating just right out the gate. So, for you girlies, bam. Okay, this is a crop. A crop is still a very powerful tool. Don't sleep on it, right? You might think like, okay, this little S piece is not doing anything. Trust me, it is. So a riding crop in equestrian fashion, let's go off of equestrian fashion. A riding crop is used as a training tool for quick and swift correction. Quick and swift correction. Now, I do this myself on my hand all the time. I'm going to be careful not to turn this motherfucker on for just a second, because this motherfucker was tearing my ass up earlier. And I'm going to show you why I said that in a minute. But yeah, a riding crop like this is used for swift correction. It is bendable, yes, but very rigid, so that the slap at the end comes from this more flexible leather piece. And I'll give you an up close look at the design. Okay. Usually these two pieces right here would just be fasteners to close it, but you'll see in just a second once I turn it on that these are actually electrodes. Yes, it's getting spicy. And then as you can see, the design goes all the way down. Now, one thing I like about this is, like I said, it is electric. It is electric. So for those of you who like the idea of impact play, but you're not necessarily ready for a level 3, so to speak, paddle, a cane like this is really, really beneficial to have. Now, you can find stuff like this everywhere. You can find stuff like this on Amazon. You can find stuff like this for dirt cheap at Spencer's. But what's most important for you as a dom is the quality of it. When I first got started, I didn't know any better. So I was buying toys from Amazon, and I was buying toys from Spencer's, and I was buying gear from these kind of like one-off sex shops and stuff like that. And one thing I started to notice is that I was burning through them, right? I would have this cheaply made flogger where the internal handle of it was made out of cardboard and very cheap leather, and then after one session, one party, it would be falling apart. So it became a waste of money to be cheap, because at first I wasn't trying to invest in high quality stuff like this, and I was like, oh well, I can just use, you know, something cheap and it'll be just as good. Trust and believe, it will not. Okay, it is not going to be just as good. In fact, it's going to piss you off when you're in the middle of a really good session, and like I said, you go in to take that swing and your flogger, your whip, your cane completely falls apart. So then you'll have to stop the session, or you'll have to re-improvise, or it'll just be totally embarrassing. But either way, taking it the cheap route is not always the answer. So the reason that I like this is not only because of the black and gold design and the fact that it's really sturdy, but this right here, this black and gold striping, is actually full of electric current as well. So whether you right onto the sub booty, right onto the sub, and these two pieces make contact with his butt, or you are looking for more of a bruising effect and you start, I'm only doing it on my arm for demonstration purposes. Y'all know not to do it on the arm. Okay, calm down. And you start using the body of the cane to create more of a hard thumping and bruising feature. So let me see if I can get the effect on my arm. A bit ashy. Now, I don't know if you can see because I'm ashy, but my arm, as you can see, with just a few seconds of that, has turned red a little bit. If I was really trying to swing it and not just like cutesy tootsie do it, it would definitely cause a bruise. Now, I'm going to turn this thing back on just so I can show you guys. You won't be able to hear the zaps. It's not like a zapper tool or a fly swatter where you can hear it zapping. However, I'm going to preface this with I've already tried it on myself, and this shit is strong as fuck. And I'm only turning it on this live for demonstration purposes. I personally do not enjoy electro stimulation from the receiving side, okay? Let's just preface that. I am a giver, not a receiver in this aspect, okay? Me no likey the zaps on me. So I'm going to show you. However, I'm not doing this because I like it, okay? Now, in order to turn it on, let me not touch any of this part in the process of doing so. You can touch the leather, you can touch this, you can touch this, you can touch this, you can touch this. But once you turn it on down here, all you do is hold it for a few seconds. Once you turn it on, the red light will turn on to let you know that it's active. And this whole motherfucker from top to bottom is going to light the fuck up. Zip, zip, zap, zap. And these 1, 2, 3, 4 connectors. So remember that once you have it, that, you know what I'm saying? If it's on, don't grab it like this. Don't grab it like that. Don't grab any of this. Or if you want to be sneaky peeky and you don't want to tell your submissive that it's an electro flogger, because it doesn't look like it unless you have it in your hand. I'm covering up the buttons right here, right? It doesn't look like it. The only giveaway may be, the charger port on the bottom, but it doesn't look like it's electric, right? So you might not want to tell them. You might want it to be a shocking surprise. Okay. And then you go to bow, and he's like, ow, that hurt. Ow, and it stung a little bit. Or ow, oh no, goddess, stop. And he get to reaching back, trying to be like, oh no, gotta stop. And he grabbed that bitch. He gonna light his ass up. I don't know about you. I'm trying to keep it as PG-13 as possible, but baby, this right here, the one. This right here is the one. So let me turn it on real quick. I've been kind of procrastinating because it hurt the shit out of me earlier. But I'm a sensitive. If you like electrostimulation, the power behind it may not be that strong, right? You may be like, okay, well, level 1 is not that strong to me. You like getting electrocuted? That's fine. You have a greater tolerance than me. Trust me, I am a baby, okay? I don't like getting shocked. I like shocking. I don't like getting shocked. So to me, this shit is powerful as fuck. So level 1, all you do is just hold it down for a few seconds and turn it on. If you want to increase it to make it even stronger, by all means, go ahead and do so. I would suggest when you first get this before your session to test it out on yourself to see the real power level so you know what you're working with, okay? The same way you would with the baby bottle, you would take the baby bottle out the pot, out the microwave and, test to see how hot it is before you give it to the baby. Do the same thing, okay? Tap it on yourself just a little bit if you think I'm fucking lying and see how powerful this motherfucker is on level 1 and then level 2. Cause yeah. To discharge it when you are turning it off, just to go over the buttons, this is the power. This is to increase the zap, zap, zap. And then this is to discharge the rod. So when you're ready to turn it off, when you're ready to stop, when you're ready to put it away, again, do not touch these connectors. Do not touch this entire fucking rod. You have to hit this button just a few times, depending on how long you've had it on, how high you have it. Just take this third button right here and pop it just a few times to kind of dispel the electricity out of the rod and turn it off. And you can store it and you can put it on the charger. One thing I do want to let you know is that it is not waterproof. So if you're doing some water sports, some splishing and splashing, keep this one tucked away for next time. This is definitely not a moist environment, wet friendly item. And then again, electricity and water don't mix, okay? So don't kill nobody, all right? All right. I'm gonna put it on my hand now. I'm gonna use this hand because I was using this hand a lot and like it kind of hurt a little bit. Damn. I'm a little scared to touch it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. All right. And trust me, I'm not being dramatic. Well, maybe I am being dramatic because it's not like a explosion. It's not the same type of, like electric shock that you would get if you was like, if you stuck a fork in an electrical socket. Like it's a safe level. I just don't do, like I said, I just don't do the electric on myself. I don't do it on myself. I do it on the sub. But all you subs watching this, now you can see, I'm human too. It's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you when I beat your ass with this. Right? You get it, okay? So yeah. It's gonna hurt me more than it hurt you, baby, when I beat your ass with this. So be on your best behavior. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Oh, Jesus. All right. Like I said, you can't hear it. You just feel it. I can touch the leather. I can touch this. I can touch all of the black parts. I can touch this. I can touch this. All of this gold and silver is hot. It's electric on it. Fuck. Oh, take a deep breath, girl. I thought this would be a lot easier than it is, and it's not. I thought it would be a lot easier to do this than it is. It's not. Okay. I'm sweating and shit. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. I'm serious. I'm not doing this on purpose, y'all. I'm really scared. All right. muscles in my hand start twitching. Oh my God. It made the muscles in my hand start twitching like this. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. All right. All right. Did y'all see it? Please tell me y'all seen it so I don't have to do it again. Ooh, it made the muscles in my hand start twitching. All right, so let me see. Okay, so it doesn't happen. Okay, so it doesn't happen on clothing. That's a good sign. I can take a deep breath. I'm tapping myself with it. Of course you didn't fucking see it. I'm tapping myself on the shirt and I can't feel it at all. So it has to make skin contact. Okay, it has to make skin contact. So right. So just know if you in the session and you accidentally grip it yourself, make sure that you're doing it with fabric or a glove on, because otherwise if it makes that skin contact, that shit gonna light you up. So Lord have mercy. All right, I'm gonna do it on this hand and then I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, I'm gonna do it on this hand and then I'm gonna turn it off, because y'all not about to have me on here electrocuting my goddamn self. Okay, for funsies. Now, I don't want to do it because I got this ring on my other finger, so I'm gonna have to do it on this hand again. But okay, look, get up close to this camera because I'm only gonna do this shit one more again. Okay, like I said, electric, it's on. You can see, as you can see, the light is on. I'm not bullshitting you. The light is on. This whole thing is lit, charged up, the whole rod. And so are these two fasteners. I'm just going. Ah! I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. We gonna turn it off. We turning it off. We turning it off. So I'm gonna dispel it. We turning it off. We turning it off. We turning it off. We finna turn it off. So I'm gonna just hold this down. Okay. And I'm gonna just hit this a few more times just to make sure that all of the electricity in this rod is gone, because yeah, this shit got me hot. You see this fucking sweat on my forehead? Yeah. Okay. And I'm just doing it for extra now. I think the electricity is gone, but now I'm just doing it to be extra just in case, because that shit. Woo. And I can still kind of feel it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Not in a bad way. Being honest with you, I'm not gonna say that the after effect that I feel from it is negative. It definitely is a nice shock, a strong shock. I just don't like it, so I'm super sensitive to it. It's definitely got a punch to it, and it definitely has a little bit of an aftershock to it. My hands, the muscles in my hands are still like tight. If any of you have ever been to, I hate to say it like this, but if any of you have ever been in a car accident and then you've been in physical therapy and they put those electrode like pads on your back to like send the zit, zit, zit to your muscles, this is that same feeling for sure. Electro stimulation. All right, let me make sure it's off. Okay, it's off. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's off now. It's off now. And now that it's off, as you can see, the light is turned off. None of this is electrocuted anymore. And I can just put it right back in the box. Now, as far as charging, it absolutely does come with a charger. It comes in this nice little packaging. I would suggest keeping it in this box for the duration of use. That way, like I said, it is not waterproof. You can keep it in this box for storage. It's not going to get bent up. It's not going to get broken. The charge port won't get damaged in any way, shape, or form. And as far as the charger, this looks like just a regular old little Android charger. So for all y'all little Android Samsung heads with these kinds of chargers, if you have a longer version of this, You might be able to use this as well, or use yours as well, but it will come with this charger. The reason why it comes with a short charger is because you're not supposed to use it while it's on the charger. So make sure that you charge this bitch up before your session. Charge this bitch up the night before your sessions, and you'll be able to have hours of fun. Now, let me be honest with you. When it comes to electrostimulation, you don't want to make your whole session electrostimulation. That is way too much electricity to be feeding into your subs' bodies. You got to think about it. One of the reasons why I had said before you do something like this is that you want to ask your sub, hey, do you have any medical conditions? Do you have any metal plates or implants in your body? If it's a female sub, you want to ask them if they're on the IUD. You want to ask if they have a pacemaker. You want to ask if they have that cochlear thing in their head, if they are, deaf and they use that implant to hear. You want to ask if they have spina bifida or some type of implant in their spine, some type of implant in their hips. You want to ask that kind of information because, baby, this shit don't fucking play, okay? I was not bullshitting you guys about not liking electricity on myself. And I was not expecting the bitch to be that fucking strong. But it is. So you definitely want to be careful and use this and play safely. But this is why you need proper education. Because I'm not going to sell this to any bitch that's uneducated. Right? If you tell me that you're a dom and you're looking for this, even if you weren't, you were just a regular customer in my boutique, I would be asking you questions too, right? What are you using this for? I would probably give you a live demonstration if you were right here in my boutique and you weren't, a professional dom. If you were just like a housewife trying to spice it up, I would give you a little demonstration and like a safety kind of practices, like little walkthrough or something like that. But this is not your, it's definitely a beginner friendly toy, but not just for anybody. I'm not gonna lie. It is definitely a beginner friendly type of toy, but it is not for everyone. Okay? You gotta know what you're doing, and you can't be chicken shit like I was trying to zap myself. So if you like electrodes on the giving and receiving end, this is probably better for you because you want to be able to, shock yourself. I mean, not that you want to be able to do what you're doing to your sub to yourself, but if you don't know what kind of effect you're really having, like what kind of pressure you're really putting on your submissive, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you really a professional? Right? If you're not willing to, like I just was, if you're not willing to shock yourself at least 1 or 2 times to know what it's going to feel like for him when you do it for 5 minutes in a row, come on now. Like, you got to be realistic. So this is not something that you want to have a long session with. If you have an hour session, this is not going to take up the whole 60 minutes. It's not. You're going to overwhelm your submissive. You're going to overwhelm his not immune system, nervous system. That's the word I was looking for. You're going to overwhelm your submissive's nervous system if you use something like this for more than 5 minutes. And I feel like 5 minutes is more than generous. 5 minutes is definitely like, okay, this guy is like, he does way more hardcore electricity, electro play kind of things. This is not for like some guy that is brand new to electrodes and electroshock therapy the same way as you are. Maybe he has a little bit more experience. His pain tolerance is a little bit better, yeah. So thank you for the demonstration on this. You sure? No, thank you. I do sell this. This is from my boutique, Lux Legacy Boutique, and it is not available on our website. It's available on our TikTok shop. So if you were looking for this, it is not available on our website, Lux Legacy Boutique. That is all the only thing you're going to find on our website right now is the wigs and the hair. If you're looking for this specifically, it's going to be on our TikTok shop, and it is called the Equestrian Riding Crop. Right, so this is specifically available on our TikTok shop, Lux Legacy Boutique. No underscores, no spaces. LUXLEGACY Boutique. BOUTIQUE. Lux Legacy Boutique in the TikTok shop, and this absolutely ships worldwide through the TikTok shop. It also comes with free shipping. As you can see, we have multiple of them in stock. So they definitely will be coming out for those of you who are doing some shopping for yourself before the holidays. But these absolutely do ship worldwide, and they do ship for free shipping for sure. Free shipping for sure. Now, if you're looking for bundles, if you're looking for hair, I'm not on here specifically to talk about that today, but of course, as you can see, we do sell that as well. So you're more than welcome to cop that. But I did want to show you guys this and do a little quick demonstration, quick little explanation about impact play safety. I know it's not a very in-depth demonstration and a very in-depth class, but it should give you kind of some hints, some clues, some inspiration to dip your toe into this or not. And then, like I said, for more structured information and coaching, you can always take classes with us where we will teach you how to use this. So yes, it is available specifically on the TikTok shop on our account, Lux Legacy Boutique. Now, let me know, you guys, if you have any other questions or if you want to see it again. I'm not shocking myself again, y'all. Okay, I done did it enough. It does come with directions. I'll tell you that now. It does come with directions that pretty much explain the same things that I already explained to you, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, charging features, how to reset it and stuff like that. But it's a pretty straightforward piece, really good quality, and will certainly last a good minute for you. And it comes in this nice little box, okay? For storage purposes, I would put it right back into this foam little piece. I'm just showing you by example, or as an example. It just comes right in this nice little slip. Tuck the directions in there because I would lose it otherwise. You don't really need the directions, it's self-explanatory, but if you ever needed them, keep them in the box. I'm just that type of person. If I don't keep it in the box and I put it somewhere else, I am not going to remember where I put it. I'm going to remember I put the box, but I'm not going to remember where I put the directions. So keep the directions inside the box. Push it out when you are ready to go. Honestly, this is an investment piece, being honest with you. This is a statement piece for sure. If you're going out to events and you're going out to parties and you're networking, this is definitely that, like, I want to travel light. I don't want to take too much with me to the party, but I definitely want to make a good impression and I want to stand out. Having this piece, when you whip it out at the party, okay, period. Big Dom in the building, you know, you coming in looking good, looking fly, looking sexy, all eyes on you. And then you whip this motherfucker out the bag and you that bitch over there in the corner with your fancy shit. You not the girl that got your shit in a book bag. Like a Manny Fresh type of girl where you got all your toys in a book bag. You know what I'm talking about. You pull out this nice, slim, luxury box. And they see the little, you know, the little details on it. They're gonna be like, what's she over there doing? What she got in that box? And you like, Me personally, I would intentionally go in there and be like, I would pose up like this and be like, who's first? And turn that motherfucker on and use it to shake his hand and be like, hi, how are you? So he has to grab the tip of the flogger to shake it like he's shaking my hand, and then that motherfucker electrocute him. Look, like I said, my mind goes and creates all kinds of stories, okay? My mind goes and creates all kinds of stories and scenarios, but I like having fun at parties. I like stepping out at parties. And when I do step out, I do like to have a nice, fun bag of toys. I like to think about like, okay, what are people not gonna have? And that was one of the reasons why I started investing into floggers, not only for my boutique, but for creating them myself. Like the paddle I just showed you earlier. For those of you who missed it, I'll get it off the wall in just a second. But one of the reasons, like I said, when I'm stepping out to parties, I like to stand out. I like to be different. I like to, you know, have some type of statement piece, whether it is my outfit, a nice corset, whether it's my jewelry. Everybody knows I wear big ass statement jewelry, whether it's my toys or something like that. I like to have that one unique piece that nobody else in the party will have. So for me, it is my toys. Like I said, I made this. So nobody else in this whole fucking world has this. So when I go out to parties and it's, you know, in my hand and I'm walking around with it, guys are going to be like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful piece. Where did you get it from? Oh, well, I made this myself. I'm a professional dom. I made this paddle myself. Isn't it beautiful? Don't you want to be hit with it? Right? So it becomes not only a statement piece, but it becomes a conversation piece. It starts the conversation of, hey, I'm a dom, I'm a pro dom, I'm putting myself out there, I'm here to network, I'm here to make money. And it says that for you without you saying that yourself, right? Having a piece like this, having a piece like the Electro whip says, I'm a pro dom, I'm putting myself out there, hey, everybody look at me, without you having to say that yourself. Because people then come up to you and they're like, oh my God, where did you get that from? Oh my God, can you use it on me? Oh my God, I just had to come over here and talk to you. And now you are sitting back in the party looking good, and you got all of these men coming up to you, getting down on their knees. Goddess, how can I serve you? Goddess, can you do this and do that? Goddess, I want to pay you this and that. Right? So, having a piece like this is definitely an advanced kind of tactic. This is about a 3-pound paddle made with olive burl wood and resin and rose petals. Okay? Super, super heavy. Got a good swing to it. And I like to play tennis. I like to play pickleball. So you know I got that arm. That Venus and Serena, that bap. 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 And I used to play the Wii a lot too. I used to play the tennis game on the Wii. So you gotta have that good swing. It might look silly, but trust me, that's how you gonna get it. Get you one of these, put your feet apart. You don't wanna be lock-kneed like this. You wanna give yourself some room, like you ready to fight. Yeah. Bow! Bow! Let me stop and put this back on the wall. Yeah. Yep. So let me know if you have any other questions or if you'd like to see it again. Otherwise, I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'm going to take a potty break, put this video up on YouTube, and I do have some orders to pack. Not gonna lie, I was procrastinating just a little bit when I was here on live with you to show off the toy, but I feel like I'm killing 2 birds in 1 stone. I'm talking to you, we having a good time, we asking questions. I needed to make some content showing off the product. Anywho, and yeah, now I can get to packing all of these fucking orders. So, if there are no more questions for me, love ya. Thank you so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in the next live. Please believe, as all of this inventory and all of these orders go out, I shall be back to do the same exact thing. You already know that. But you can shop with us, Lux Legacy Boutique, at any time. All of these goodies are going to be on the TikTok shop specifically. There should be a coupon somewhere. I know somebody asked me how much does it cost. A standard cost is $125. There should be a coupon floating around somewhere for you can get it for $75. Now, mind you, it was on sale a lot cheaper during Black Friday. if you just missed the Black Friday sale, there should be a coupon floating around somewhere for you to get this for $75 instead of $125. But like I said, it was just significantly cheaper for Black Friday. So if you missed that, I'm sorry, boo. You should have been paying attention. But like I said, I'll hit you up with a coupon. If it's on there, it should be live already. I got to go there and double check. But there should be a coupon available for you guys to snatch it up at $75 instead of $125. But otherwise, even at $125, it is still a very, very, very great deal. This piece usually retails for over $250. Electroshock toys are usually very, very expensive to come by. So thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Electro stimulation toys are very, very hard to come by in our industry. They are typically much more than $125. This piece is usually $250 and up. So $125 is definitely a deal. If you can catch it at $75, like I said, we do worldwide shipping and free shipping specifically when you purchase it on the TikTok shop. Or if you are in the Baltimore, Maryland area, you can check us out in our in-person salon. Mwah! I'm going to the bathroom. My hands are very much still tingling, y'all. Bye.